Everybody, welcome to my new and finished micro stealth camper van tour. This is a 2013 Ford Transit Connect, and today I'm going to show you how you can actually get 96 square feet of living space in a small 6x4 foot space. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how in the world could you possibly do that? Well, stick with me, I'll show you. So, believe it or not, I've got 4 rooms in this tiny little van. Literally, we'll count them. In here is the living room. And the living area. You can sit here, relax, watch movies. For my movies, I just have this window shade as a projection screen.
No, we just gotta start writing it first.
So my entertainment center, I've got a projector projecting from the ceiling, projects onto all this is here.
We'll be at my parents' house in Boston.
Just your simple window shade.
So if anything comes up, or
Just raise and lower it.
Believe it or not, I can't hear you.
I'll leave the phone on.
Marianne. It's good luck for you. Down here.
The projector's actually in my cell phone. It's one of those Moto mod phones.
What do you know, right?
And it's,
Haven't you heard between me and my brother?
I got it set up so I can just mount it to the ceiling there, plug it in, and I also have it set up to where I control it with this little handheld controller here. It's a regular, like a keyboard, and I used it in my other vehicle, but works out pretty good. And down the hall and through this door right here is the bathroom. Just kidding. We're in the bathroom. To set up for the bathroom, all we do is we just come up front here. I have this curtain rod running between the seats in the back here. Just pull these curtains over, and they totally black the room out from the ceiling to the floor. Nobody can see in. And then in this cabinet here, we keep the potty. And there it is. Just your regular bucket with a toilet lid on it. You use a trash compactor bag as my bag. They're about the strongest bag that I found. And keep inside here everything you might possibly need. Of course, gotta have that. And then this here, what it is it's an unused bug sprayer. And what I've done is I've outfitted it with one of those kitchen spray nozzles. And if you want to take a nice hot shower, you're out at a campground somewhere, just heat some water up, put half hot water, half cold water down in that bug sprayer, and you have yourself a shower. So I have my toilet and my shower all in one. Of course, every bathroom has to have a sink, and in such a small space, you also have to have a place to sit. These 2 cabinets come out, and this bench comes down. Now we've got a place here to sit at the sink. Up here is where I control my lights and everything. This is the water pump. And wash your hands, soap and sanitizer, everything you can need. And right in this cabinet is hand towel. So I think by now you're starting to see what's going on here. Had to figure out how you're going to get the most amount of space in just such a small confined area and get the most use out of it. And you know, I see a lot of camper van builds where they actually they have a permanent bed or and a permanent bathroom, so they have to go big. They have to go with a big van. I didn't want that. I wanted to go with the the smallest Ford Transit Connect, and I wanted it to be totally stealth. So I went with this, but I had to figure out, because I knew I needed at least 4 rooms. I needed a bathroom, I needed a bedroom, I needed a kitchen, and I needed a living room, a place to hang out and relax. So how are you going to get all those spaces in one tiny space? Well, my idea was, in the same way that a Swiss Army knife, can things fold out and it becomes whatever you need at the time. And that's what I did with this space. I decided, I'm going to make it so that everything, this one space can become each room that I need. If I need a bathroom, I don't need a bedroom when I'm going to the bathroom, right? I don't need a kitchen when I'm going to bed. I don't need a living room when I'm cooking dinner. You only use one room at a time there, so why not just make it so that this one space becomes all things? So that's what I did, and here I'm going to show you how it folds out into a bedroom. So the first thing I'd like to point out here is you might have noticed, besides having this curtain rod up here with these blackout curtains, there's this other curtain rod running all along the edge of the cab area up here. And you might be wondering, why in the world would you need 2 blackout curtains? Well, I'll show you why. These, a little bit thinner and lighter, they come around. And if you notice on my dash, I have the one side of the Velcro fasteners put, and how this works is these curtains Velcro perfectly to the dash of my van. The other side, and there we go. Now we have privacy, but we also have air conditioning. And the reason that I did that is because I was thinking, why in the world do I need to reinvent the wheel? I mean, my vehicle already has AC, already has heat. Why do I have to invest in these mega power systems that I can't afford, just so I can power an air conditioner that's separate from, I already have an air conditioner, and my motor acts as the generator generating the power to my air conditioner, or in the wintertime if I need heat, I've got a heater. So why reinvent it? Why go through all that trouble? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So now you can see I have privacy back here, and I also have air conditioning and heating, and it's very comfortable. Even today, it's like 95 degrees outside. It's sweltering. I don't know if you noticed sweat pouring off of me when I came in, but it's hot outside, but it feels very comfortable in here. So inside here, here's how I set up the bed. You see, I've already got the bench down. I use that as my guide to know how far these legs have to go out. They have to go all the way out to where that clears. Down here clears, and then you just grab this handle and pull it down. Now the way this bed is designed, it folds in several places, and there's a very good reason that I do that, and I'll show you that in a minute here. That lays all the way out. Here's my mattress. There's my pillow. I'm ready for bed. Lay here and relax. Yeah, from in here I can just lay here, and if I want to watch some entertainment, have some movies on or something, just pull down my projector screen, and up here will be my projector. Just lay here and relax, enjoy a movie. And I would also like to point out that beside me here, over here, I have a fully stocked cooler with pop and water or whatever I might possibly need right in there. Up to the ceiling here, you can see I have a fan. It's out quite a bit of air, blows straight on me at night. Next to that, I have my security camera hooked up outside. I can lay here in bed and actually see what's going on right behind me here. I see I got two cats out there anxiously waiting for me to come out and pet them. So yeah, security camera. Down here, of course, I have my sink. Now the way that I set this sink and everything up is I have this cover that comes down and actually covers over everything. So, you know, if you just, when you're, like I said, when you're in your bedroom, you don't need a kitchen, you don't need a stove, and you might need the counter space for something else. So now we got a full counter there. And over on the other side of me, of course, this is where I bungee in all my bedding. And right down in here, 2 cup holders. And got this little space all finished off here. Sorry that it's kind of cramped here. It's hard for me to really get a good wide shot of everything. But that's on the other side of the bed here. And you might be wondering, what? Why is there a seat belt? Well, I'll show you. Besides this being a bed, it also doubles as a back seat to the van. I'll show you how that works. The way I designed this is the back slides back. Back slides back. So the back raises up and slides back, and then you've got a backrest for your third passenger and seatbelt. Now the seatbelt to the other side is, you can see I have this knots cut out in this cabinet. It's designed in such a way that I can just flip open the cabinet and get it out of sight when I'm not using it. I have this little notch here for it to come out of the cabinet, and the cabinet will still close when I do use it, and it's bolted really heavily to the frame of this whole cabinet system. Under here, of course, like I said, I have the full sink, have the cook stove. Cook stove runs on a full 5-gallon propane tank right there. For safety, of course, along this wall have the explosive gas carbon monoxide detector right here. Have a 12 volt DC output and a 110 AC volt output. It's hooked up to a 750 watt power inverter, and to turn it on, I don't leave the inverter on all the time. Have the switch right here, turns on the power inverter. So if I need to plug something into AC, got it right there. Up here, got my smoke detector and fire extinguisher. If you notice how I got everything recessed here, I did that because in my last van, I had everything pretty much arranged the same way, but it was all flat against the wall here. And as you would come through the door, you would hook on that stuff and yank it right off, and I got tired of that. So hopefully this will prevent that problem, but you still have full access to everything. Smoke detector still totally functional right there. Same with the carbon monoxide gas detector. If you notice on the floor, I installed these under the cabinet lights, run along the floor, little touch of class there. If you notice in all my thumb holes for my cabinets, there's light beaming through. And that's because when I had the under cabinet lights on, the inside cabinet lights are also on. So my cabinets are all illuminated inside. You can see what's going on inside here. And same thing up here where my water supply is. And in here where my food and stuff is. My overhead lights are right there. And I love this. My cooler, I have this little light that comes on. It's a motion detector light. Comes on whenever you open the cooler and it's dark, and it just totally illuminates everything in my cooler. Some people might wonder why I designed my cabinets so that they open down like this instead of swinging side to side or opening up. Well, it's very simple. I'm kind of cheap. I don't want to invest in those hydraulic hinges that hold your cabinets open. But I like my cabinets to stay open so I can have one hand free to hold something and the other hand to reach in and grab something if I need it. And I'm not fighting with a cabinet door to keep it held open for me. So that's why I design them like that. Same thing with this cabinet door. It opens down. And over here I have this little cubby right back in there, space there. Over on the other side where the bed is, up here I have this little cubby here, and I keep all my important things that I might need in there. Of course, bathroom supplies in that one. And anyways, I'm not gonna bore you like I see a lot of van dwellers do. They'll sit there and they'll go through and inventory everything. And here's my toothbrush, and it's a handy little device, you know. They'll be going through everything. You're like, I don't want to see all that. So the way I designed this, of course, is I did not want my bathroom or my bed or my sink plainly visible. Some states apparently it's illegal to dwell in a vehicle, and the way they determine if you're dwelling in it is if there's a bathroom or a bed or a sink. And so if they can't see any of those things, then you're not dwelling in it. It is legal to occupy your vehicle if you're conducting business, from what I understand. And so if they can't see you or asleep in bed, you hear the knock on the door, you can put everything away and come out and, how can I help you? What are you doing? Oh, I'm conducting business. What kind of business? Well, that's none of your business. Anyways. And from the outside of the van, you'll notice it's set up to just look like your typical work van. You see that sitting on your street, you're not going to think nothing about it. Just a ladder rack with a ladder on the roof. Nothing suspicious about it. If you even were inclined to come up and look inside, you would just see, well, there's a work shirt in there. It just looks like your typical work van. And unless you look really, really close, you're not going to even notice it has a solar panel on the roof. And I'll show you a couple of features I have on the roof. And up here, you can see my solar panel. Right now it's fully exposed to the sun. Putting a full charge on my battery system. What I also have available on this van is this folds open. Pull that through. Totally covers my solar panel. It's kept safe under there. There's nothing. In the event I know I'm going to get caught in a real heavy, horrific hailstorm, that's probably a good thing to do to protect my solar panel. But the other thing is, now up here I have either this can be a rooftop porch, you can just sit out here, relax, enjoy the scenery, or if you're in town and you have a very important message that you'd like to share to the people, this is a great platform for that as well. So thank you again everyone for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, just go ahead and press the subscribe button or press like, and just really, again, I appreciate you, appreciate your interest, and most of all I just pray that you would have a blessed day in Jesus. Thank you.